I'm not the type of person that is out there in the limelight. I like to work from behind the scenes and work with a team. I believe a team can be way more effective than an individual because as a team, you're communicating with each other, you're working together for a common goal. And the common goal here in Needles is to improve safety for everyone. What we're trying to do in Needles is move from a culture of compliance to a culture of commitment, trying to come up with ideas, brainstorming amongst everybody, trying to get ideas to eliminate the at-risk behavior that we're seeing out there. Because we believe it's going to protect us and our coworkers. Trust is a big part of safety, and that's what we're trying to do with the process here. Myself and our team is we're trying to build that trust, which I feel is really important because once you have that trust, you can go forward together to progress safety. I'm Dante Diaz, conductor Needles, lab facilitator for the peer-to-peer for our success process.
I think you have to be proactive in safety, try to find solutions, being a communicator, getting information, getting yourself out there and seeing what's going on. I think you have to consider yourself as a safety assistant to be a champion in safety, to really pave the way forward and be the guy that's going out and looking for new changes and talking to people and seeing what their ideas are. I'm Jed Harting, Brainerd shop safety assistant. I've been with BNSF for almost 12 years. Follow-up is important so the guys on the floor can trust you, know you're going to make a change. When they bring you something, it's just not falling on deaf ears. When you close the loop with safety, it's starting the process and finishing it and communicating that back to the guys on the floor so that they know what happened and what's changed and they like it and they're happy. Follow-through is kind of how you're going to grade yourself on if you're getting your job done. It's the follow-up that makes everything count.
It's all about reading people out here, getting to know people on a personal level as well as a professional level. And I was just making the effort to get that new person. My name is Alvarez Jr. I've been with the BNSF for 6 years. I'm an intermodal equipment operator. The first thing I tell these guys is, you got 154 people that work out here. And you got guys out here you're going to be out here with all day. If you don't have that personal relationship, both on a professional and a personal level, these guys won't trust you. The key to safety and working well with others is getting to know each individual on a personal level. One of the biggest things that I have going for me is I'm able to read a person. I can tell when someone's in a good mood, when someone's having a bad day. Those are the guys I like to go after. Those are the guys I find challenging. Those are the guys that I make it my homework to get to know these guys and to break that ice. I believe that the key to safety is good communication and building a strong bond and relationship with each individual that you work with.
I'm Bryan Huntington, Senior Lead Trainer for the NCFO Craft. I'm a laborer at Lincoln Diesel Shop. Sometimes it can be difficult to get a good two-way conversation between people, but if you can do that successfully, you'll find much better solutions to a problem because a lot of times the individual you're talking to is also the individual that's most qualified to help come up with a solution because they understand the task. They understand the risks and exposures that go with the task probably better than I do. I share some of my own stories. I share my own stories a lot. I'm not afraid to share mistakes that I've made and use myself as an example, especially when I'm speaking with somebody who's got a lot more seniority than me, that's been around and seen a lot more than me. I find the best approach is just to ask them a question because I'm willing to learn and there's always stuff that I can learn. But it's really a good catalyst to start a good conversation. I think when it comes to safety, if everybody really thought about it, they'd say we really truly are aligned with our goals in safety. We're all in the same ship together. We're all in the same boat. I think the best indicator to know whether you're making a difference or not is when somebody comes up to you and thanks you for something that you've done.
I'm Mike LeFave, telecom maintainer out of Whitefish, Montana on the scenic and the Highline subdivisions. The key for me to running a safe crew, keeping myself safe, starts in the morning. As soon as your feet hit the ground, your mind has to be on the task of what's going to happen during the day, and sometimes you don't always know what's going to happen that day, whether it's going out and climbing towers and putting up antennas, putting up dishes, to taking snowcat trips, to snowmobile trips out to these remote locations. I've got a crew of people that are counting on me to lead and direct and to keep them safe and bring them home. It's imperative that everybody is on the same page, and if you don't communicate the right things, it can be taken different ways. So getting the interaction with your work group, asking them questions, what do you think? Do you have any questions about what I'm saying? Do you have anything to add? Is very important, because you want feedback, because other people might have a whole different idea of how the job needs to be done, and our job is to make everything black and white when it comes to safety, and ultimately when it comes to every aspect of our job.